2 Supercoppe, 2 Coppa Italia. Scarpa d'oro e Golden Foot è semplicemente uno di noi. 307 gol, 786 presenze, 567 da capitano. Numero 10, Francesco! Figlio di Roma, capitano, bandiera, campione d'Italia e campione del mondo, uno scudetto, 2 Supercoppe, 2 Coppa Italia, scarpa d'oro e Golden Foot è semplicemente uno di noi. 307 gol, 786 presenze, 567 da capitano. Numero 10, Francesco! Very lovely afternoon. Welcome to Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM, 103.9 Hitz FM. My name is Fentuo, Tahiru Fentuo. The best Friday afternoon sports show. And today on the show, we are talking quite a lot of things. First, the Black Stars, not just about their performance in that friendly game against Japan, where they lost by 2-0 earlier this morning. But also the sports minister has revealed how much money they've allocated for them to spend at the FIFA World Cup next year. Yesterday in the budget reading, he says that 150 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for the Black Stars participation at the FIFA World Cup. But he also revealed that they will start the construction of 3 new mini stadia in 3 regions without any modern stadia starting next year. And 200 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for that purpose. So the exercise we will do this afternoon on the show is to try to understand what kind of lessons we picked from today's defeat against Japan. Any winners, any losers, what have we learned about the way Otuado is building his team for this World Cup? Are there players in today's game that impressed, that should be recalled for the match window? Are there others that didn't do too well and didn't do themselves any favors in this particular game? So we'll go through what lessons we can pick from this particular game. There's another one, of course, on Tuesday against South Korea. So that's that. And if you managed to catch the game, let me hear from you. Send us a message. Let me know what you thought of the match. Whether some players did themselves any favors, who impressed you, who didn't impress you. What did you make of Uving Otuado himself? Are there any lessons we can pick from this game? I've seen quite a number of people a bit unhappy with the way the game went. What particularly about the game were you unhappy with if you were not happy? And if you were impressed, what particularly impressed you? Any ideas about team building going forward? Because we don't have the luxury of time, unfortunately, because after this, we're not playing at the AFCON, which means that our team will not meet until March next year. That is a long time without our players together. The ones who have qualified for the World Cup and qualified for the AFCON, they will play massive competitive games in December through to January. We will not. So, I'm interested in how you think Otto should even approach the Tuesday game with the benefit of today's game in mind. And then yesterday, Nigeria, well, they left it super late to beat Gabon by 4-1 and progress to the final of the World Cup playoffs, where they will take on DR Congo, who also left it late to beat Cameroon by 1-0. Chancel Mbemba, the captain, stepping up very late on. Those two will play against each other on Sunday at 7 p.m. We'll try and look ahead to that match as well. And the other thing we'll look at is the European qualifiers, and there's a lot of drama from Portugal's camp. Only last week did we come here and debate massively about Cristiano Ronaldo's thoughts on the FIFA World Cup, where he said it wasn't his dream to win the World Cup. Well, I guess that's what inspired his performance yesterday. He got sent off in defeat to the Republic of Ireland, which means that Cristiano Ronaldo could miss the first 2 matches of Portugal at the FIFA World Cup next year. He could miss the first 2 matches of Portugal at the FIFA World Cup. So they say speak positive things into your life. When you speak in a certain way, then God listens. If it's not your dream, so now the World Cup, no. Oh, Chale, Cristiano, Tai Chi, ka, red card. Now, he could miss the first 2 matches of the World Cup. We'll get into that a little later on the show. The show is proudly brought to you by Betway and Petrosol. And we are live and interactive. The number you can send your messages to is 055-11-11-997. All the questions are asked. You have answers. Let me hear from you. 055-11-11-997. Let's hear from you, your thoughts on the Black Stars, even the budget for the World Cup. The sports minister said he wouldn't recommend for us to take supporters or for the government to sponsor supporters to the World Cup. 150 million, no. Where are we going to spend it? Is it all budgeted for the team all the way to the final? That's how we always budget anyway. So, interesting thoughts there as well. The guys are seated here in the studio. Philip Sitsofe Atsrim is here. How you doing, my friend? That's nice. Very well dressed. You're always looking sharp.
Thank you.
You understand what I mean? Polo shirt, then you tacking, then you ball belt. That's like it's like you're going to play golf.
Who's my belt? Who plays golf with a loafer?
Okay, fine. No
Am
belt.
I wearing belt?
No belt. Khaki.
You see, he has started again.
Khaki pants. White polo. You tack
side hooks. Nobody goes to play golf with side hooks.
The loafer they wear, no. The only reason you wore that here is because this place is full of tiles. So the golf shoes, no, will not, so you change in the car. It's like when we organize the Betway to book up, right?
Yeah.
The people a lot of the people had never played on AstroTurf before.
Yeah.
So they came with the normal Kambu. The one with the flat, the one we used to, Chale.
Yeah.
That's Danny K.
You be slipping.
You can be going and your speed will increase all of a sudden. You don't know. Or he can be running forward and be going back. Danny K is here as well. How are you doing, my friend? We've not heard the bed mind in a while. One more time. Oh, Chale! And ladies and gentlemen, drum roll for the 2025 GJA Sports Journalist of the Year, Muftawu, Nabila, Abdulai, back to back. Nabila, congratulations one more time.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the show. We are very proud of you, yeah?
Yep.
What happened in the Kumasi day? Did you sleep over? You went on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Took the award on Saturday and then flew back.
Yes.
So you spent Friday night there.
Yes.
What did you do?
Nothing. I slept.
Where did they keep you guys?
Rich condos.
Rich condos. Okay.
Oh, rich condos.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
It's a very nice place, actually.
Nice place.
We were in the same place with the Chief Justice. At the time he was acting, now he's Chief Justice, actually. Yeah. It's a very beautiful place. Very nice. Yeah.
Nice.
We really had fun.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. Yeah.
And Muntaka handed you your award, right?
Yes.
The interior minister.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
The
That
firm
is
handshake.
spot it.
Now go for the
The hat-trick.
Three beats.
Back to back. Now three beats.
Mufti, we are in fact we are
No,
very
he's
very
spotted,
proud of you.
It's no mean achievement.
You know,
It's
we're very proud of you.
It's a top
Tell me like a bit about the story, the award-winning story, because sometimes people think that these
It
things
came out of the
happen.
blue.
Exactly.
Like you're sleeping on it.
You bob. So Mufti, tell me a bit more about the award-winning story which you published last year. No long talk. You have 2 minutes.
No, I'm not going to read the whole piece or what.
No. So, just tell me about like
No.
the whole.
It was basically the story about Treehound, that American-born Ghanaian based in the Northeast region, Nalerigo to be precise. He set up a tricycle club in Northeast, and he has about 40 to 50 kids with him. He's training them. And the kind of environment that they train, it's not one that anyone would look at and say, this is something you can do. Go and compete against those who have the best of environments to train and win some medals. However, he left the shores of the country. He went to the US for a championship and won a silver medal. And when I saw the tweet from his father about it, in fact, the story was on our faces actually. When I saw the tweet, and in fact, you had even asked that Michael should conduct the interview, but when I texted the father got back to me. We had an interview. I wrote the story. The father sent me the videos of the environment they train and all that, and the boy narrated their journey and every single thing, and I pieced it together. I don't know how to put it, but actually maybe per what the judges saw among the lot that was submitted, it was one of the best stories submitted by the because I was made to understand that the sports category was the most subscribed category for the GJ Awards in this year's awards event. However, that story came tough, and I was given the award.
You spotted.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
So Michelle Queno blew an award-winning opportunity.
No, but it also depends on how you tell the story.
Yeah. I just kidding. Don't mind me. So listen, folks, there you have it. So Muftawu, Nabila, Abdulai, back-to-back GJ Sports Journalist of the Year. So listen, we have quite a lot of things to go through, guys. I believe that we all caught glimpses of the game today. It started at 10:20 a.m. and by 12:30 it was over. Ghana had lost by 2-0 against Japan, conceded a goal either half, and it is what it is. But there was some really unfortunate news from the game. Abu Francis, who was handed a start in this particular match in midfield, he broke his leg. Let me just put it in simple terms. And it wasn't even, in fact, he had gone in to tackle a Japanese player, put his foot in front of the Japanese player as he was about to kick the ball, and then he kicks his leg as he tries to kick the ball because Francis had put his foot between the ball and the Japanese player. And the images are horrific. And you don't want a player suffering that kind of injury in a game like this where he's supposed to be impressing the managers for a chance to be included in the World Cup squad. So it's a very, very unfortunate development. So that's the only thing I can say about what happened. But it was an exercise, and I'm sure the guys have picked lots of lessons about how the game went and all of that. So I'm going to go around and ask them, beginning with you, Sitso. I mean, I don't know. What did you make of the game? Any positives? Any negatives? Any great opportunities? Missed opportunities? What did you make of those 90 minutes?
It's a huge missed opportunity for Otto Addo and the Black Stars. And a lot of it is no fault of Otto, but whatever circumstances there was or they were coming into the game, it's a missed opportunity. That is because Ghana's qualified to the World Cup. Between now and the World Cup, we're unlikely to have a lot of high-profile competitive fixtures to test our team. I still think Ghana's team is a little bit unsettled. We are not too sure how we want to play. Very important players in the team are still not necessarily settled into positions where Otto knows what he wants to get from them. So he would have needed all his certain players, the players he's certain that he's going to use in the competitions in the World Cup, to be available to try what the real methods are going to be like. All the ideas that he's got ahead of the World Cup are going to look like with the team. Unfortunately, he didn't have a lot of those players available. His number one goalkeeper didn't arrive on time, so he couldn't start. There wasn't Jiku, who obviously is going to start at the World Cup. There was no Thomas Partey, there was no Mohamed Kudus, there was no Captain Jordan Ayew. You know, so that's the entire spine of the team not available for the coach to work with. And you're playing against, they're in many bigger games than Japan. They are one of the best teams in the world.
True.
At least the best team in Asia, one of them. So when you're going to play against Japan, you want to test your team. You want to feel how your team will respond to the quality that they have, the challenges that they will throw at your team. And Ghana has missed the opportunity because as it stands, the team that he played today, when all his players are available, they won't start. That is the fact. That is certain. They won't start. So if there were problems, if there are going to be problems with his A team, he doesn't know against a team like Japan, you know,
which is the quality you meet at the World Cup.
You meet at the World Cup, right? Or when you the farther you go, the kind of quality you expected to meet. So it's a hugely missed opportunity. Again, also because Ghana won't be at the AFCON. So you could have said, okay, these friendlies have come in time. We are going to use that to prepare for the AFCON. So some players are not going to be there, but no yawa. The AFCON comes, we will still learn a lot more about our players because Ghana's not going to be at the AFCON. So these games are golden opportunities for us too.
We don't have too many chances.
We don't have chances at all, right? Because we go and play against South Korea, then we've got another window. Then the window prior to the World Cup, which at least 2 games. So we practically have, after this Japan game, we've got about maybe some 5 games to test ourselves. So that is why I feel like it's a missed opportunity.
When comparatively, others could have as many as 10 matches.
Oh, yes,
double that.
Yes. Yeah, others could have doubled that. So I think that is where the missed opportunities. However, then it gave him an opportunity to see players that otherwise he would not have played. You know, we saw Joseph Annan imposed today. The coaches will assess him.
What did you make of him?
Difficult because look, and I've always been one of those who think that starting a player because they have not had game time with the team in the midst of players who are not the best players in the team does decent players no favors. So Joseph Annan could be a decent goalkeeper, but he's not playing with the first choice backline.
There's that.
So
and that's a fair point.
He's almost exposed. Abu Francis could have been, unfortunately for his injury, can be a great midfielder, but he's not playing with the best defenders behind him and the best attackers in front of him.
Or the best partners.
Or the best partners in midfield. So, I mean, the reason I didn't necessarily say in midfield now is because maybe Sibo's marginally becoming Ghana's number 1 DM. So you are playing alongside Sibo.
He himself today.
Although Sibo no crash some way. But around you, do you have the Kudus? Do you have the Partey? Do you have the Jordan? So it could be for example, if you played Anthony Annan in a very ordinary team in any friendly game, you probably would have missed out on his ability and his quality.
True.
Because in that game, the whole team would have been dysfunctional. We like Anthony Annan created the boy cran wanyade. So, but he's played alongside ACN, Muntari, Steven Apia, Asamoah Gyan, The Rock, Koja Sama, John Pencil. And you see how important it can be to that. He's not the biggest name, but he could be the most functional. So it's difficult for me to judge Joseph Annan because he played in a team that was completely dysfunctional by no fault of his. But I also think there's a mentality issue with him. Not necessarily like whether high mental or no. I think, and I was discussing with Danny, I think players sometimes, they see what we tweet. They see all the arguments you Ghanaians make on social media.
Of course they do. They have mobile phones.
Sometimes it plays on their minds.
What do you think played into Joseph Annan's mind?
I was thinking he was forcing too hard.
On what
to
particularly?
do what people claim Asari doesn't know how to do. He was forcing too hard to pass the ball when he shouldn't have. He was forcing too hard to set Ghana on a counter-attack, fast counter-attack, when the team needed to breathe because Japan were controlling the game so well. And everybody says, oh, Asari is not a great passer of the ball. So he wants to show you he's a great passer of the ball. Asari can set the team off.
Isn't that who he is, though? Because I think when people have talked about his qualities, it's one quality people have extolled. So maybe he was just playing his game.
That's a fair point. I think I'll lean towards that.
Yeah.
So maybe then his game style didn't help us today.
Perhaps.
Because we needed to be a bit calmer. I think we needed to be a bit...
What about our offensive players?
Nothing.
That's where I really want us to talk
Nothing,
about.
absolutely
Because,
nothing.
I mean...
But it's because of the framework behind them. Like the entire team... Look, it's impossible to... It's a stuff.
I understand you,
Yeah.
but we've also seen situations, to be fair, look, you make a very good point, and I agree with you to some extent. I'm only also saying that we've seen instances where good players have come into really poor teams and their quality has shown through. A good example would be Kofi Tre. We were so bad at AFCON 2021,
Yeah.
but anybody that watched that one player,
Yeah.
you just knew that he was superb. You understand? So sometimes I get your point.
No. Your point is fair. I just think that we didn't offer anything in attack, really,
Yes.
because we didn't see a lot of the ball. We couldn't keep the ball to put passes together. At some point, we were playing in survival mode. We just wanted to make sure we're not being walloped. So we just sat in, made it compact.
We didn't want to repeat.
Yeah.
But the last time we played Japan, we lost 4-1.
4-1.
Quick, like easy and simple. And that was after they took their leg off the pedal. Like after some time, they're like, Charlie,
60 minutes,
calma,
they stopped
calma.
playing.
Yeah, like calma. So we were at some point. It was almost like, Charlie, you know the B, so you make you hold down. The one, no, make you manage the one. So on offensive end, we never really gave them anything to feed on, right? And so yeah, I think like I said, missed opportunity. Top players were not available. Some decent players who could have combined well with top players didn't also look quite good. But yeah, we've got another chance to play on Tuesday when they take the pitch again. Maybe we'll see something else.
That okay? Give me some positive. Sijo didn't seem.
True.
Oh, you see, the honest truth is that sometimes these things must
Is
happen.
there a dishonest truth?
Yeah. Especially in 2025. Where now there's your truth, my truth, his truth, their truth.
And the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
And there is the truth.
And there's the truth.
That thing I've never. Every time I hear it, it feels like I'm listening to nonsense.
Yeah, so there's an honest truth and there's a
Your truth.
there's
But
a
they say in
dishonest.
any situation, there is your truth, my truth, and the
and the
truth.
truth.
What are you talking about?
The word is
This
spoiled.
Jay-Z said.
The word's spoiled. No, but friends, see, Sitcho has made the point. The point is, and you see, me, I'm saying sometimes I'm happy these things happen because if you are smart enough and you assess the situation, you
You
look
know
back
where you
and
are
say,
going.
okay, fine, like yeah, this is what it is. And what I'm saying is, the football they play on the pitch is not FIFA. It's not right now. What did they call themselves? FC
26.
It's not FC 25, 26. They are human beings who play. And there's a certain understanding you must have with your partners. The combination, you must play with him a couple of times to understand him for it to work on the pitch. And that's why when I say Sitcho makes the point, if you have your spine and you have others who come in, it will be easier for the entire team to function. But when you have good players in their positions, because look, to be frank, the team on paper, if you used to play FIFA, it go be
Ebefa.
Oh, it go Ebefa.
Come out in pace and someone else.
Oh God,
Ebefa. But that's not how it works.
that's not how it works. If you are looking at numbers, this season, Thomas Asante is banging in the goals. Semenyo is doing brilliantly well at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So you-
Second top scorer.
Boga, you look at those two and say, oh yeah, Charlie, it go be.
Is Asante the top scorer in the championship?
Yeah, he's a top scorer.
So
in
the
the
top
Champions
scorer in the championship and the second,
Second
top scorer in the Premier League started
Yeah.
for the Blasters today.
League. Today, look, Abu Francis, solid player. Unfortunately, he's gotten injured, but I'm talking about the starting 11. Solid player. In fact, after Partey is him. If you are talking about technical ability, after Partey is him in that Ghana midfield. Full stop. You look at the defense. Opon Pepra, solid guy. Ajete
He's been
is
having a
playing.
great season.
Super season. Ajete is playing. Jerome is playing. Yirenji. I love that boy. Korn. Solid guy.
Very
Joseph Annan. Solid goalkeeper.
Great season he's having.
But you see, if you just gather them and you throw them on the pitch, it doesn't work like that. Football doesn't work like that. And I feel today, look, the opposition too was a problem because of the way they play.
Which we knew about.
Oh, we knew, but you didn't know that.
No, I'm just.
No, you knew going into that.
Yes,
this is how they
will
play, but we didn't know that certain key players will pull out of the team. That's what I want.
You mean ours?
Yeah, ours. So I agree with Sitsofe. I will not fault the head coach too much for this performance and this result. It's just it's circumstances, because to be frank, if the players who are available, who would you have chosen to play which position? Like, who else would you have picked?
But let's go back to the availability issue, Danike. Which of the key players who didn't go to Japan or wasn't included in the team to go to Japan was actually, let's say, injured and not available?
Tahiru, I'm not a doctor. You are not a doctor.
No, the statement didn't list injuries.
Yeah, but what the FA said about Pate's omission?
No, Henry released something on his Facebook.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So how many
What
of
did he say?
What he said was that some of the players, it was load management. Some of them
Legitimate. They gave legitimate reasons.
At least Kudus
as
has
to
not
why.
played 2 games prior to
No,
this.
Kudus,
yes,
yeah,
he's here. We can say he's injured.
Yeah, it's
The
something.
rest of them, and
We don't know about
I'm
Thomas, we don't know
counting,
about
and I'm
No, for
counting.
Thomas, he said load management.
But in Villarreal, how many games did they play?
Shock. Thomas,
Fatah Isaac load
Jiku.
management.
Fair.
Fatao.
I get it.
Joseph Pinso. I'm talking about people who have been in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
team, would ordinarily be in the team.
Yeah.
And some of them are actually started. Like so, Jordan
Where's
captain.
Where's captain?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he too load management. I
Load
guess.
management.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So
like.
so
load management.
so you're looking at Jordan, Isahaku, Pencil, Jiku, Thomas Partey, Kudus is injured. So at least that's 5 key players that have been critical in the
Elijah
squad.
is injured. Elijah Uzi is injured.
He's also always been part, exactly. So you
Yeah.
can include him. So like 6 key players that could have been there. Mostly because we know they're not injured. So could have been if circumstances were different. As Danike said, we all don't know the reasons they gave the coach or they gave the FA. But if it is load management, we know that it implies that the journey is too long. They just didn't want to go there. It's like it's too much stress. Let me put it that way. It's too much stress for an unimportant game.
Hang on a minute. How many of the Japanese players who played in the game today are playing in Japan?
All of them came
all of
from
them has come
elsewhere.
from
Yeah, a
Europe.
lot of them came from elsewhere.
All of them has come from Europe.
That's true. So, but I'm saying, so the case has makes a point about how he doesn't blame the coach.
Yeah.
And then I wanted us to, and then we talked about the absentees. Obviously, the reason he can't blame the coach. I'm going back to the reasons we gave and why all these players were missing, and whether we deem it legitimate enough given the circumstances that we missed that many players.
Friend, I get your point, but also I said that to say this. Look, we have a core group of players, which is fact. But if not these games, which other games will players like Braden and Co get to play in? If not these games, where we'll get to see them in prolonged, have like proper minutes, enough time for them to showcase what they can do. If not these games, because for me, even if Jordan, Partey, Kudus, them came,
You would still have wanted to see.
I'll
these guys.
still have wanted to see some of these guys.
That's a fair point.
No,
But on Chicho's point, so then that feeds into the whole team building idea that Sitcho spoke about. When you make whole changes, it's difficult for the new ones to
make
perform.
impacts.
So, for
Exactly.
example, if you had, let's say, the spine, all right, and Jordan started, Thomas Partey started, Jiku started, and then you were making substitution. Maybe you take off Jordan. Whoever is coming in will still have Partey behind
Or
him.
Jordan doesn't even start.
Yeah.
The spine is there, then Brandon starts.
He has Partey behind
Jiku
him.
starts and another centre back who is new comes. There's some way.
So maybe slow integration. That
Absolutely.
you could still have seen these players with prolonged minutes, but alongside
The
some of the
quality.
key players. Because we know bottom line is that whatever happens at the World Cup, all these other players will not go and start on their own. They will start alongside those players. So that's what we want to see.
Which is fact. But I'm also saying that when you make wholesale changes like this, which were forced from the coach's point of view, now the assessment is not necessarily on how the system worked.
Okay.
That's why it's a friendly. It could be individual input. What this player did in this position. And he could be looking at certain players who he has in mind that long term, these are guys I would want to go to the World Cup. So that's why, that's why it's a friendly.
Yeah. On that squad, DK, who impressed you? Like, what did you take away from in terms of like individual players?
Yirenchi.
Yes.
He's going to the World Cup full stop. Okay. Why? Because he started a right wing back. It's a position we've seen that he can excel in. And I thought he held his own. When the Abu Francis injury happened and he had to slot into midfield, he seemed natural.
That's where he actually plays.
That's where he plays. But I don't. You see me, I don't care. I don't care about he's a midfielder. He's a midfielder. We know people who are wingers who, when they come to Black Stars, they don't do well. There's no guarantee he would have done well in midfield. But now he's proven that
he can do well.
In the Black Star shirt too, he's as comfortable in midfield as at right wing back. So that's a plus. It's not that you take him to the World Cup where you've not tried him in midfield, and when something happens, you throw him in there and expect that he will excel. So now he's shown that in those small minutes in midfield, he was able to hold his own. In fact, that is the reason why Elisha went to the World Cup. Those 45 minutes against Nigeria, if you remember, he was thrown in, he held his own, and for that performance took him to the World Cup. So you look for things like this. You don't necessarily look at the entire team performance and say they were bad or they were good. That's why these are friendlies. So you look at certain individuals. Honestly, I thought Joseph Annan did okay. In a game where he faced a lot of shots, I think his positioning, you can talk about the passing, he was forcing it a bit, but it happens. When the entire team is under pressure, the goalkeeper will struggle. Because if he said he will play from the back, the guys didn't look comfortable. He will have to hit it long. The one who was there too is not necessarily good at holding up plays in Semenyo. So it's a very difficult position to put the goalkeeper in. But I think he was okay. And for me, again, it opens the debate. We have 3 goalkeepers who are good enough to be in the pool. For me, I am happy. I look at the... I can't even talk about Abu Francis because the guy hit. But Sibono...
Some way.
I will take him to the World Cup, but I won't start him. And let me quickly explain.
Okay, I'm listening.
He's those type of players that go to tournaments. He and that 6'3" plus tall striker, you take them when you are going to tournaments because there will be a need for them. He's a disruptor. So for me, you are leading one, you need to close the game. You bring him on to come and talk people.
What is he very good at?
Disrupting play.
Is he a good tackler?
He's a very good tackler. I love him for that. He knows where he will come in.
Why do you have issues with his game, though?
You see, overall, modern day midfield, there are certain basic things you need to know.
What can't he do?
He doesn't know how to take the ball under pressure. And he's playing as a deep midfielder, DM. You should be able to take the ball under pressure. You should have the presence of mind to pick passes. Not at elite. Thomas is elite. Not at elite level, but like the
receiving the ball under pressure.
Under pressure. You shouldn't make your defenders think twice about giving the ball to you. And he does that. But I will take him to the competition. But he's not somebody I want to partner.
Under the current circumstances, who would you play alongside Thomas then? If it's not Kwesi Zibo, who has played alongside Thomas in the last 3 games, I believe. Yes. Who else do we have? Where is Sulemana?
Isn't he has played too?
See, Sulemana too is not getting game time.
No, he's not.
But he's okay.
And to be fair,
Elisha in the Black Star shirt some way.
Eh?
So, to be frank, I understand Otto's the conundrum he's in, because I would play Yirenchi there, but because Lamte is not around, Ali do know. You don't know when he will decide that, because look at the Sudan game. One of the best right wing back performances we've seen in this country. That Alidu game against Sudan.
Yeah.
He balled out rough.
And then we saw what he did against Comoros.
I know, like, you don't know when. So for me, I don't trust him. Somebody who is playing out of position is playing better than him. To be frank, Yirenchi is he's playing better in that role than Ali.
So far in the Blaster shirt, Yirenchi is indispensable. And
Otto has plenty options who, when you look at their club form, they can do the job. It's just not working here. When you look at Elisha's passing map in his club form, he's not as bad as we see. Like, the guy is good, he's decent, he should be able to. But when he comes, it's not working. So I understand the head coach, but I'm saying that if push comes to shove, if it's critical, Abu is not going. The guy at Norwich, no, Amankwa, if he to injury some way, if they can't make it to the World Cup, I will push Jirenchi to partner Thomas.
And take a risk of
I will
whoever.
play Alidu and tell him not to cross the center line. I will play him. Like,
You have always been a big advocate of calling players back to the national team based on what they do with the national
because
team.
I don't care what you do for your club.
On that point though, do you think that we should call Sulemana irrespective?
Which Suleiman Kamaldeen?
No. The
Ibrahim
midfielder.
No, but
Because
when he's
every time he's
when
played for
for
Ghana,
he's
yeah.
done well.
Yes.
I'm just saying, you see, there's a lot of competition in that position.
Something needs to get him into the team.
Yes.
And at the moment,
no, it's difficult.
Yes.
And to be frank, he's not had enough game time in Ghana to
status.
cement his status. So it's some of these
tricky,
things.
yeah?
It's tricky. But look, today's game overall it was poor. But I can pick out some good, some positive, some individual performances that going forward we can now trust. Which for me, for a friendly exercise, is okay. You can put this one behind you. Korea, no, we also go and look for another exercise over there. Maybe some one or two players can impress. Even look, Brandon Thomas Asante, his movement in this game, yes, he was not necessarily getting service, but I like strikers who are always looking for somebody like that. I like him. So you go and look at rating, maybe it's 3.9 or this thing. He didn't score, so he didn't.
Extra things.
But there are extra things that strikers do. He was constantly moving, constantly looking for the ball, looking for opportunities to catch the back line, sleeping like in behind. I like players like that. And he, and again, with the way his form is going at the end of the season, he's not somebody that you can drop. So it's good he got this amount of game time for him to prove. But yeah, overall we're poor, but it don't be anything. Like,
me, if I'm rating strikers, there are things I look out for.
Okay.
One can be on the team, one can be on the striker. On this point, a striker who is not getting chances.
Mm-hmm.
It could be he's not getting into good positions, or it could be the team's entire attacking play is terrible. So for example, when Rasmus Højlund was at Man United, he was just terrible with positioning, so the chances never came to him. Now with Brandon Thomas Asante, his movement is good, positioning is good. The team wasn't attacking well enough.
Yeah.
And there's another striker who will miss chances. I will take that. Because at least he's getting into the positions where the chances are coming.
You can work on the finish.
Yesterday, I know we talk about, but we saw Victor Osimhen. He missed one-on-ones. He missed a couple of chances, big headers in the regular time. But he finished the game with 2 goals because he was always there. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to the striker, I need a striker who is always there. You can miss some. Yeah, it's part, you have to miss. I have no problem. But you should always be there so that when the chances present themselves,
at least one go enter.
Today he even had an effort, which was not because he was there. So those are, and as Danny mentioned, these are signs you can look at and pick positives from.
My last question to you guys would be on the left back position. We've always had, in fact, not always. Recently, we've had reason to be concerned about the left back position because of the performances of Gideon Mensah in the team. Today we saw Derek Kwan. What did you make of his performance?
Fent, again, I'll lean into what Sitsofe said. There were too many unfamiliar partnerships in there.
So maybe if Kwan played with the regular back four,
maybe even those in front of him.
Yeah.
Because it's wing back. He's the one providing the width even for the attack. It's tough, but I don't think he wasn't terrible.
He was decent.
The entire team was poor. I think he was decent. He was okay. I'll give him another chance.
Is there an opportunity there for Baba Rahman to come into the team? Because based on current performances, he's definitely still one of our best left backs.
There's
still
an
balling
opportunity
out.
for everybody. There's an opportunity for everybody.
I don't know what conversations have gone on because obviously we know he took a self-imposed break.
Yeah.
And the last time he spoke, he said when he's ready, he would communicate. I don't remember him doing an interview saying that he's ready now. so I don't know what conversations have gone on. But would you encourage the team to put an extra effort into persuading him to come? You think there's a need to persuade him to come now?
Look, if he's out there and he's balling,
That's the fact. He's out there, he's balling.
then he should come. But wait.
Sijo, answer the same question.
No, the Ramito issue is
What did you call him?
Ramito. Baba Ramito.
His name is Abdul Babarama.
The way he says it so casually, like we all know that's his name.
So Ramito.
What is Ramito?
Oh, Baba Ramito. Ask him. Call him and ask him that which one has he prefer, Raman or Ramito. Anyway, Baba Raman, as we know him, he himself decided he wasn't going to play for the Black Stars for a time. He needed a break.
Yeah.
And I thought he needed to take care of himself.
Mentally, yeah.
Mentally. I was at the stadium when Ghanaian fans turned
it was
on him
bad.
at the World Cup.
We were not fair
At
to him.
the World Cup. Where he couldn't even turn to look at where the Ghanaian fans, especially when he was playing down that line. I was seated right there. I felt incredibly sad for him. In fact, Capito to suffer some Capito. When Capito missed the pen against Uruguay. So I was in the team hotel with the Black Stars because I was doing the Black Stars Ghanaian diary. Yeah. So I met Capito and the wife, Jordan, and then their little girl. So I knew that was Madame Capito. So I'm
Mama Capito.
Yeah, Mama Capito. So I'm in the stadium and she's seated.
No, it's Madame Capito, not Mama Capito. Mama Capito is a mother.
Mama Capito
No,
and baby
Mama
Capito.
Capito cannot be your mother. No. Andre is Papa Capito.
So Mama Capito and baby Capito are seated like two.
Wait, yeah, baby.
Yeah, little girl.
It's baby Capito.
Baby Capito. So they are seated, two, and then some family.
Sicho, you are very.
So no, where was Mama Rabito?
I didn't see. So Capito's family.
So there's Grandpa Capito.
Oh, original
So,
Capito.
no, original.
Charlie.
Wait.
But they didn't be counterfeit too.
So what?
Let me
No.
say no the counterfeit.
You know where. You get aura, so you go to say it correct.
Captain General.
So wait. So I bet is what?
I mean original Capito.
Original.
Andre is what?
Andre has a couple of names.
Oh wait.
Papa Capito or Captain General. For this
Not
conversation.
General Captain.
Hey.
There's a difference between
Team General Captain and a Captain General. Captain General, no. All national teams in Ghana, he's the captain. But when the Queens had their issue, who went there?
No, did they?
you must play for the flag.
Oh. You have the right to fight for what you want to fight, but for the flag,
you
not play
must-
for the flag. He be the Captain General, no.
Okay, I understand the difference now.
Yeah.
Because General Captain, you
Yeah,
can
for
be
the
General
Black
Captain
Stars.
for a team.
No, for the Black Stars.
Okay. But
But Captain General, mental Ghana.
Oh.
Under 2, under 5, under 7. See, he the Captain General, no. Ghana hockey team safe, then get issue. Get select for them. That is Andre Morgan Ayuk.
So you were seated next to him.
So I was sitting 2 seats above, And when he missed that penalty against Uruguay,
Right.
yeah, the Ghanaian fans,
Oh yeah.
they were laying it to him, the insults and all of that. Then all of a sudden, baby Capito is crying.
Yeah.
Crying, she can't even breathe. So do you know, honestly, I don't know if many people know the story. So at the stadium, she actually passed out.
Oh, why? I was the one I tweeted it that
Yeah.
he was she was rushed to the hospital.
So do you realize that at halftime,
Andre was
and
substituted.
yes, because of family issues,
yeah,
it wasn't because the
Yeah. The little girl was the
so
rushed to the
straight up,
hospital.
yes.
Yeah.
Because the people did this Capito.
Yeah.
And to be fair, after that point, the game started to
Yeah.
sit up.
I remember when I broke that story, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yes.
And it happened. So I saw they took her.
You
and
saw it happen?
No. That day they crossed my leg.
yeah. And the abuse.
So you know help safe. You know try.
You see, I had a job to do.
Okay.
The
No,
medical team
and
do their
beside,
job,
thank you.
and me
That's
too, I
it.
do my job.
That's it.
Quick.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, so I was happy in the end. I went to the hotel. The girl was fine. They were fine and everything. But what I'm saying is, so the man needed to take care of himself, and that was because I didn't think he enjoyed playing for the Black Stars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, since that time, he's gone on to be great for his club.
Yeah.
Consistently turning out performances, scoring goals, assisting, and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
It has to come down to Baba Rahman. Whether he thinks he's happy with where he is now and wants to be there, or he wants to come back into the very place that he thought didn't make him happy, that I think didn't make him happy when he played football. If he says he's ready now to come, he's Ghanaian, assess him, look at the options available, and then you can invite him. Otherwise, if he wants to stay out, I have no qualms. So
because I think Baba Rahman is the one player that should not be in the conversation of Adena Obia qualifying Aobebo because he's sacrificed a lot. Yeah, so he's not part of that. And I think that if Baba Rahman is ready to play for the Black Stars, like Danny said, quick, he has to be in the team.
If he is ready, if he feels
because
like he wants to come
in terms of performances, there's no doubt.
But we need players who psychologically are ready. And now that the team has a team psychologist, I think goes a long way to help every player in the team.
Muftawu, you have thoughts on the game. Okay, Achu has some very long thoughts on the match that he sent to me. You
is on leave.
I think the problem is that he has limited characters, and Achu when he's talking, and the guy twists chisel, so he doesn't want to do the Twitter blue, so he can write long. So he has sent it to me on WhatsApp.
If Achu were here, he will spend 15 minutes or 20 minutes on this day. I think Sikyo and Dadike have said everything. Nothing more to add.
So I should read Achu's message.
Read Achu's message.
Okay. Achu says, that performance is a product of our questionable planning. We should not be giving days off to this many players as we have done in this window. The team is not settled yet for us to be excusing players. A decision that essentially forces the coach to experiment at every non-competitive international window. We've only been stable for 8 months, and even that is largely been more of results and functionality and not necessarily performances that give a sense of where this team is going and inspire hope for the future. And more to the point, we have gradually accepted a culture where for friendlies, up to about 6 big names will not turn up each time. This first happened in November 2022 under the current group of the Black Stars, and we all applauded Otuado for cracking the whip on the players who didn't show up. We remember the Kirin Cup controversy. It was this very competition. But immediately after the World Cup, we started excusing players again. There's always one player who is genuinely injured, but we tend to use that as an excuse to let the other big names rest. It's crazy because we are doing this in a period when the team is struggling for consistency. How do you make progress with this? That's what he ends with. And I think more to his point, you also have to refer to that dead rubber AFCON qualifier that we played again. Was it against Niger?
Niger.
Where so many players decided. Oh, I understand. I get it. But he's trying to say that like, it's becoming way too frequent. I get his point, you know, because we are
never able to play our best team in any friendly game. And it's been like that for like what, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
In any friendly game that we go, we are never able to have our best team available.
And we seem to forget
this year, the Unity Cup. Even this year.
Exactly.
That was in London.
In London, yeah.
This year,
Yeah.
And we forget that there was a time where we used these games with our best team to build consistency. Because we played against Brazil with our best team. We used to do Asia tour, go and beat Japan, beat Asia.
You recall 2006 post World Cup?
That's what I was
when we met this Japan side and beat them 4-1 and they gave us some container.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yes.
We've been playing this Kirin Cup
2007, we played Brazil. That was when Laia Kinsey and Co were all there.
Yes.
That was when Neymar and Co.
The best individual performance of any Ghanaian goalkeeper.
Kwalase against Brazil.
My God.
That was
We came up against England. England was 2011. Yes.
Yeah.
So what has changed?
All our best and our best players were always eager to even play these games.
But I see from the players.
We caught Zambia and gave them 4.
From the players' POV too, times have changed.
Right.
The games are more now. Recovery is just a few days as compared to then times. So if you say 2007 and 2025, two completely different
no,
times.
the Premier League have the Premier League games. Their numbers have they reduced?
No, but the truth of the matter is, look at our players that are playing. The players that are playing, most of them, how many of them are playing in Champions League teams? Not many of them. So you are playing the same league games.
It's the same thing.
When it comes to international game, you can always have an agreement with your national team that, oh, when I come, I'm unable to play all the 2 games. Maybe I can play 120 games out of the 2. The teams always have these conversations.
Yeah.
But you need to show up, because it's not only about the game itself. It's about also the bonding, the harmony,
culture,
the team, the training.
It's culture building.
And that is why that Samoan team, they always like to be in camp, because it was,
The
apart
same
from the
group,
game,
yeah.
it was challenge. We played
was a
at
vibe.
15 and at 20.
Yeah.
It was a
They can
vibe.
chill. You know, after the game, it was just being in camp.
Yeah.
I just don't think we have the same spirit.
Even
around
the,
team
even the
again,
confidence they had, because they were winning so many matches to the extent that they knew anytime they stepped out there, they needed to win that match.
yeah.
Because when you lose and lose,
winning is habitual. Because
Yeah,
At this point, won't play until March.
because- Exactly.
The match will play twice.
Twice.
Then after
That's
that, World Cup.
June.
May,
Yeah,
June.
World Cup.
That two
Games.
people
That one to the boys won't play giddy giddy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Everybody wants
no one wants to get
Slacker,
injured.
yo.
You see. So it really is a missed opportunity. The more we talk about it, it
Yeah,
really
the,
is
the clearer it gets.
a
But you
big.
can also look at the positives.
No, there were positives,
There were
but
positives,
Some way.
we missed an opportunity to keep up with
No,
with
the
our team
excuses
building process.
that they gave is what is funny. Load management.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
so listen, you can let us hear from you. 055 1111997 055 1111997. Because as for the Black Stars, I've got a message here also from Seidu Adam, who says that the GFA must work hard to bring some of these high-profile friendly matches to be played in Europe, especially when they fall in the middle of the European season.
Oh,
Our
they,
top player,
they only went to London to play against Nigeria.
Kieran Cup,
It was
yeah.
in
And
London.
Jamaica.
yeah.
Yeah, it was there. It still didn't.
Our
it still
top
didn't
players
happen.
will not fly over 15 hours from Europe to Asia and back within a 7-day period. Remember, same happened in the last Kieran Cup when our top players failed to travel. Speaking on that topic of travel,
No,
Benjamin
Fred,
Asari used 48 hours to get to Japan.
because it's
Part
coming
of-
from Ghana. But you see, it's an attitudinal matter. I'm saying the Japanese players, their players are playing in big teams in Europe.
That is also true.
But they flew to Japan to go and play the game. South Korea didn't full squad. Full squad.
But that is their base. Japan is their home.
No, but the distance
Why-
doesn't change.
It doesn't change. This
For
doesn't
them.
change.
The load management doesn't change for the
It doesn't
players.
change.
Wait. If the Ghanaian boys were coming home, no matter the distance, they will still come because they are going home.
So
You
there's
can
extra
understand-
motivation.
There's an extra motivation to go.
No,
But
they
this
don't
one,
want to buy the excuses. We were in London. Many of them they didn't come.
You see,
Alright,
the
guys.
London one too was outside the window.
But they could have come. You see, there's a project too. You see, some of the players need to understand that there's a project. We are going to the World Cup.
No, I'm saying the
I
Unity
think that
Cup,
project
if
should
you
be
remember,
explained by the coaches.
Yes,
The
there's also a
clubs-
friendly window.
but the clubs still had some of the clubs didn't release players. There were
Well,
some,
yeah.
there
There's
were
some
some
players-
because it was outside the window, so you
All
still had
right,
to.
guys, I'm going to read some messages. You're listening to